I have this conversation a lot actually with people, and I think it was something that I had to do with my career, and I'm sure with yours as well. But it's like you're making deposits without, being able to make any sort of withdrawals. You know when you get that check and you make that deposit and it says it'll be ready in the next 3 to 5 business days. And you're just like, but that's my money that I literally just deposited into my account. Why do I not have access to it right now? And I feel like that's
because usury.
So
look it up. Usury.
Usury.
Look it up. Usury.
Usury.
That's what it is. Look it up. Go ahead.
No, I need you to explain what
usury.
What is usury?
It's when they conspiracy theorists.
Okay.
Tinfoil mode.
Okay.
Usury is the old way that bank loans come from. It's what banks are based off. It's the idea you give your money to someone and they give it back to you. But in the meantime, the time you're waiting, they're investing your money to make more money. So it's like, if say you deposit $1,000 in the bank, you will get $1,000 back. But the bank, by the time you get the money, they make like 2,000. One point, you know what I'm saying? They already charge it. So it's like it's a net zero loss for them. But you gain some, but they gain like double.
I heard you saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I heard you
Usury.
Got you.
Usury, bro.
Okay. All right. Can we take our tinfoil hats off now?
We can, but I'm always ready, bro. I got lots of little conspiracies. Yeah, stay asleep. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the worse it goes, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the more you know, the worse it goes. Come on, man. Stay asleep. Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. Oh my gosh.
Ignorance is bliss.
In certain situations, I believe that to be true for sure. But no, it's like you make that deposit. It says, oh, it won't be ready for the next 3 to 5 business days, but you're like, but I made that deposit. I should be able to cash out right now. And I feel like the same thing sort of applies to whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it be a big career change, right? And it's just like, I put in the time, I put in the effort, I made all the sacrifices. Why am I not seeing those rewards right now?
Yeah.
And that's when you need to stay encouraged. And you just need to keep making those deposits, because at some point it's going to accrue, and it's going to accrue, and it's going to accrue interest as well. So that when you are able to make those deposits, when you least expect it, or make those withdrawals, that's when it really, really shows all the hard work that you did.
Yeah.
And you can cash out.
I guess that perspective though is like, it's always the hardest to make investments in yourself. Almost always. Because you don't see those returns immediately. Like you saying.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You're making those deposits. You're making those deposits. But it's like going to the gym. You go to the gym every day.
Facts. That's a great example.
And you will not see no results. Then one day you wake up and you don't, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You a whole
You're just
unit.
like, oh,
I made the changes. But you don't see it incremental. You don't, it's like overnight it seemed like you just different. People don't see all those deposits you made when you made the good decision.
But you stayed encouraged.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Good looks. Good looks. But it's hard to have that mind state like this is going to pay off. I just got to stay positive. I got to lock in. I got to really just stay down. It's hard to stay down when you feel down. I know that sounds crazy. Like it doesn't make sense. It's hard to stay down when you feel down.
No.
But it's like, the idea that you got to lift yourself up by staying down. It's like, it's a contradiction. But that's what you're doing. Like you got to stay on the path and you will eventually go where you got to go. In my experience moving from across the country here, that was hard for me. Like, because I always lived in DC my whole life, never been nowhere else. Like I've been other places to visit, but I never lived nowhere else. So it was like taking that plunge, that took a long time. A lot of deposits, like I want to do it. And I would just get caught up in doing other things or relationships or responsibilities or trying to say, I just need to lock in for my career, X, Y, Z. But in those moments, I always thought in the back of my mind, man, I should be doing something different. I should be doing something different. And it was hard to be like, man, I'm going to pull the trigger, especially leaving the situation I was in. Because it was like I was at the top of where I could have been. Like it was nowhere else for me to go. I reached my ceiling. And to be at the ceiling and realize, like, you know what? I'm going to go somewhere else and start at zero. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
At 30 plus?
It's hard. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm used to having things. Used to having my way. Nah, I can't.
And what's funny is that I'm used to having things as well, but I think both of us understand what it is to have nothing.
Yes.